We have here the CNC machine aspect of the Snapmaker in action. The drill bit is spinning. You can see that the tray is actually moving forward, and that's how it moves backwards. You can see that the bit is designed to spin and gouge. The depth is 6 millimeters of the board here. This actually probably won't assemble properly. It's a phone holder designed for a thinner board. I just wanted to test out the CNC on something that I knew would work. This came from the Snapmaker library. I'm hoping the 6 millimeters is right, that I don't gouge too badly the board below it, but I think that's the reason why it's mounted on wood. You can see that the metal is a good distance from the wood, so the idea is that if you do go through the material that you're working on, it's going to not damage anything metal. Before you actually start the process of gouging, what you want to do is run the trace of the boundary, and you can see that I have 4 clamps on the corners, and I made sure that my trace area is well within those corners. You can kind of see it sketched out there. It's supposed to be an hour and a half fabrication process. We'll check on it periodically. I want to make sure I don't damage anything first time I'm running the CNC. This is in the enclosure, and you can see the enclosure is nice. It has a set of LED lights that light up. It looks like it's only lit up on one side for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but it's sufficient for my purposes. I'll check that out later. It's quite possible that something came unplugged. The enclosure keeps the sawdust inside, I'm assuming, if not completely, then for the most part. I'll have to be vacuumed out at the end. There actually is a sensor to make sure that the doors are closed before you run it, and you complained when I didn't have that done. This is the control panel that, as you can see, connects back to the main machine, but it does run outside the enclosure, so there's a little bit of a gap around there. It's not completely airtight. There is a vent on the back that I do not have running right now. I think that's more for the laser cutter for fumes that it brings in. This is not an issue with the CNC. And I don't really want it blowing the sawdust into, basically right now it's just going out into my basement anyway. But you can see it's running, it's doing its job. You hear it spinning. This is using a flat bit, and we'll see how it goes.